Thanks for that introduction, and thanks to everyone for listening in today. As you can see here on slide 1, the topic of today's webinar or conference call is Structuring Physician Practice Acquisitions, Key Stark Law Considerations. And again, thanks for listening in today. I'm assuming since you're tuning in that you're either an executive in a healthcare organization, a physician whose practice is being acquired, or somehow involved in medical group strategy, and you're looking to acquire or sell a physician practice in the near term, or perhaps you already have a transaction underway. And if you are going down that road, I think today's session should be helpful to you. As you probably know, getting these acquisitions correct and making sure they're appropriately structured under Stark is important. These transactions are typically structured as two-part transactions. Most of the time it is structured as a practice acquisition, often set up as an asset purchase, followed by subsequent employment or the setup of some type of professional service arrangement following the transaction. And both of those arrangements need to be structured appropriately under the Stark Law. And so that's what I'm going to be here talking about today. And healthcare organizations are paying attention to getting these right because of the significant liability that can be involved if you don't follow the Stark Law. And we'll be touching on that today. And I'm going to encourage you to really think about process and how you go about the process of entering into these transactions and negotiating the terms of them, because a process is important. When we've seen Stark Law enforcement, a lot of times the cases that come down are partly driven by the underlying fact scenarios and the ability to point out some inappropriate or inconsistent implementation in the negotiation process, perhaps documentation and correspondence that was structured in a way that could be misconstrued as showing the arrangement was really about referrals. Those can actually increase risk. So if you're entering into a practice acquisition, I would encourage you to develop a sound process for going about doing that to make sure that you're appropriately vetting the arrangement and documenting it in a way that enhances compliance. So we're going to be focusing in on, again, physician practice acquisitions, followed by